Is a laser engraver actually useful, or does it just take up space? Here are 6 awesome uses that I've found for my laser around the shop and the house. Now you're gonna wanna see them all, so stick around to the end. Links to everything that I use in this video are in the description. First up are perfect templates. Now it doesn't matter if they're simple or complex, we can do that on the laser. I designed this reusable drawer divider template on the computer and I sized it to my exact dimensions. I also added a label here and a hole for hanging it up for later so I can always locate it when I need it again. What I'll do after I've designed it in the computer is upload it to my longer 10-watt laser and let it do its thing while I work on other projects around my shop. When it's done, I know that it has the exact dimensions, curves, and other details I put together in my computer. Then I can double-sided tape it to my workpiece, cut close to the line on the bandsaw, and then finish it off with the router. And frankly, I can do large templates here too, either by designing 2 files that can be connected together, or by purchasing the new extension kit for the longer laser, which I plan to do soon, so that I can go from a 15 3/4 by 15 3/4 inch to a 15 3/4 by 33.5 inch workspace. That's gonna be awesome. Next up are custom makers tokens. Instead of getting a custom wood brand, design a custom token and a template. Route a recess in your project and then glue the token in place. What's great is you can use any engravable material, even colored acrylic, to really stand out. And you can add another level of professionalism by customizing it with client names, the dates, serial numbers, the name of the piece, or whatever else you come up with. Best of all, if you change your logo or your business name, or if you need a bigger or smaller token, it's a breeze to make those adjustments on the fly in the computer. My third laser engraver use is one I'm super excited for. It's time to get my bench drawer organized. I'm gonna cut a piece of 5mm plywood to the size of the inside of my drawer, and then I'll lay out my tools how I want them to sit in the drawer. Once I'm happy with what I see, I'll just set a ruler next to my project for reference and snap a picture top down of my layout. In the computer, I'll hop on over to the free version of Fusion 360, import my image, and I'll set its size. Now, I'll sketch around my tools, leaving a little extra space so that they can slip in and out, and then I'll also add some cutouts for my fingers to get in and pick the tools up. Then I'll save the sketch as a DXF file and import it into Lightburn. Once I set the imported sketch to be a cut, I then added some labels and set those as a filled engraving. Now I'm gonna send it over to the longer laser engraver and let it get to work. All right, the laser is done, and now we'll set this into the drawer and put the tools in place. If I wanted to, I could glue 2 of these together to make my organizer deeper, or I could add bits of blocking so that everything sits flatter, but honestly, I'm happy with this as it is. Everything has a place, and it's not going to move around. The fourth thing I'm using my longer 10-watt laser for is honestly what most people probably think of when they think laser engraver. It's for project customization. If you're selling projects to your clients, this is a great selling feature to set you apart from a lot of other woodworkers. It could also be a great upcharge item, if you will. You can add $10 or $15 on to engrave a message or someone's name on a piece. It's also great for things like this. I've got a really special piece that I'm working on that I can't show you, just in case the recipient is watching. But I plan to engrave a special message into it and step it up from a gift into a sentimental piece. Let me show you an example of what I'm talking about on this cutting board for my parents. All right, number 5 is make custom signs. I've created signs with the Wi-Fi on them for my home, and here I've got a cute little sign for my daughter's strawberry plant. Really, the sky's the limit on this one, and I think there's a money-making opportunity here for anyone willing to get creative and put in the work. You could pay off your $400 longer laser pretty quickly making custom signs if you put your mind to it. Some of you are probably wondering how I'm going to fit this into such a small area, or maybe you figure there's no way you can fit a laser like this in your small workspace. But here's the great thing about a diode laser. Because of its open frame construction, it's a lot easier to store away than other kinds of lasers. Right now, I'm playing around with 2 options for storing mine. One is making a shelf or some sort of cabinet that has a shelf in it that the diode laser could slide into. The other one, which may end up being the way that I go in the new space, is to create a French cleat with a long peg on it that I can just hang the entire frame on when it's not in use. So as far as space goes, I'm not really worried. I'm loving this laser, and honestly, I'm still coming up with exciting ways to utilize it around my house and in the shop. Finally, number 6, etch and engrave your tools. I've done this with vice grips. I've also put it into my mallet and into this chisel and screwdriver here. I've even put my logo on the handle of this wooden mallet. What's great is you never have to worry about a neighbor borrowing a tool and conveniently forgetting it belonged to you ever again. Let me know, did I miss any of your favorite uses for a laser engraver? Drop your ideas and questions in the comments. Check the description for links to the longer 10-watt laser I used here and everything else I've shown in this video. And until next time, make sawdust, not excuses.